Tinker Bell and the Great Fairy Rescue Movie Summary in English. Let's begin. Tinker Bell and her friends attend a summer fairy camp in England. Out of curiosity, Tink goes to visit the nearby human house, followed by Vidya. At the same moment, Dr. Griffiths and his daughter Elizabeth Lizzie arrive at the house, their summer home. Lizzie leaves out a handmade fairy house, which Tink is fascinated by and enters, despite Vidya's constant warnings. In an attempt to frighten Tink, Vidya slams the door shut, accidentally jamming it. When Lizzie returns, Vidya tries to free Tink to no avail, resulting in Lizzie discovering Tink and taking her home. Lizzie attempts to show Tink to her father, but he is too busy. Seeing all the butterflies he has pinned on display for research, Lizzie decides to keep Tink a secret. In her room, Lizzie reveals her love for fairies to Tinker Bell and her desire to have a friend. Flattered by Lizzie's fascination, Tink decides to teach her about fairies. Lizzie records all the information in a blank field journal given to her by her father, and the two form a friendship. As the rain dies down, the two say goodbye. Tink prepares to leave, while Lizzie runs downstairs to show her father her research. But Tink sees that Lizzie's father is too busy dealing with many leaks in the ceiling to pay attention. Tink spends the night fixing the leaks so Dr. Griffiths can spend more time with his daughter. When she finishes, she releases a captive butterfly that, unknown to her, Dr. Griffiths had intended to show to a museum committee. Meanwhile, Vidya rallies Rosetta, Iridessa, Fawn, Silvermist, Clank and Bauble to rescue Tinker Bell. Due to their inability to fly in the rain, the group build a boat to sail to the house. Despite smooth sailing at first, the boat encounters a waterfall and crashes, forcing the party to proceed on foot. On the way, Vidya confesses that it was her fault that Tink was captured, but they forgive her and tell her it would have been worse if she had not been there at all. The next morning, Lizzie is excited to hear that the leaks have stopped. She runs down to show her father her research, but instead, he blames her for the missing butterfly and sends her to her room, dismissing her steadfast belief in the existence of fairies. To make it up to her, Tink teaches Lizzie to fly with pixie dust, but the commotion brings her father upstairs. Dr. Griffiths sternly demands the truth and Lizzie confesses in tears about Tink, but Dr. Griffiths still refuses to believe in fairies. Infuriated, Tink bursts out of her hiding place and lashes out at Lizzie's father, much to his astonishment. At the same moment, the rescue party arrives at the house. While the rest of them distract Lizzie's cat, Vidya climbs upstairs to find Tinker Bell. Seeing Dr. Griffiths about to capture her in a jar, Vidya quickly bumps Tink out of the way and gets caught instead. Ignoring Lizzie's pleas, her father unknowingly takes Vidya and drives to London to show his discovery to the museum committee. Lizzie, with the help of Tink and the other fairies, takes flight and chases her father to London. Flying ahead, Tinker Bell tampers with the car's engine, causing it to stop and allowing Lizzie to catch up. Lizzie pleads with her father not to take Vidya, and Dr. Griffiths finally listens to his daughter, apologizing for not believing her. Vidya is freed and Lizzie and the fairies teach her father to fly, and they all return home. The next day, Lizzie and her father have a picnic with the fairies outside the fairy camp tree, reading Lizzie's field journal. The end.